A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH 286, on what has been a lovely day here. It's amazing how things change from one day to the next. Yesterday was totally miserable, rain and wind, and today has been sunshine and blue sky and very calm wind. 15 degrees it is at the moment, 7 knots, a little bit west of south, we'll call it south, 1021 on the bar, and the most 20% cloud cover. How's that for a beautiful day here? The wind has actually just sort of dribbled around from north to southwest to south, and it's just actually been a lovely day for a change. What we have tonight is just the same four boats on: Alula, Rubicon, Nairada and Carrera. The first three heading to, or trying to head to, North Minerva. There's another boat there, Sweet As, in that little group. And then Carrera is going from the Vavau group to Savu Savu. Okay, let's start with Alula, Gulf Harbour. Oh, that's a bit strange. I can barely copy you tonight. Oh, well, we've had it so good. Have you got full power on there? Alula, Gulf Harbour. Yeah, I'm copying you well. Jimmy. Go. Well, it's very light, but I can copy, so go ahead. Over.
Can you hear me a little bit better now, Patricia? Over.
No, not a little, a lot better now. What will you do, standing on the microphone?
I apologise, I'm not a whiz with the radio yet, but I'm trying. Over.
Yep, well, whatever you did, it's very good now, and good evening to you both. Go ahead.
Okay, so Alula's position is 24 degrees 54 south, 179 degrees 36 west. We're doing a speed of 3.5 knots. Our heading is dead north. Wind speed is 10 knots from the northeast, and we have a confused swell of 1 metre, about 50% cloud cover, and our bar is 1008. Over.
Okay, we have Alula 2454 south, 179er, 36 west, steering on a course of true north at the moment, 3.5, with a very annoying 10 knots from the northeast. At least it could be sort of a bit more helpful. And a confused 1 metre sea, 50% cloud cover, and 1008. Well, let's just, first of all, for the three boats that are trying to get there, pass the microphone and see what David has in store.
Wait 1 second.
Oh, and wait 1 second, he says, because I've just messed up the computer screen with talking here. Maybe I should have dropped the power down a little bit. But anyway, the other thing I'm going to give you, Rubicon asked, is the tides in Minerva for tomorrow and the next day, and the next if you want it, but we'll have a look at what's going on weather-wise first.
Well, I'm looking at Minerva for tomorrow, and it's fairly light. The models, oddly enough, are not that much in agreement, which is pretty strange. Normally they're dead on. I usually look at four models. Anyway, it'll vary anywhere between 10 and 15 out of, we'll call it north-northeast, north to north-northeast. And the other two models have virtually the same direction, but a little bit lighter air, maybe 5 to 10. So that's hardly anything, that's for sure. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow at about lunchtime. So I think you should be in by then. Is that a Roger? Over?
Thank you, David. Yeah, hopefully we will be in by then. Yeah, we're currently sailing at the moment. We've turned the iron sail off. So hopefully, I think we've got only 90 miles to go. So hopefully we can sail through the night and well, make up that time and be in there by hopefully midday over.
Yeah, that's fine. That sounds perfect. And I'm just going to take a look and see if there's anything in the way of precipitation, which I don't think there will be, but hang on. What's this mean?
It means louder because you were starting to mumble.
Sorry for the delay, but I'm looking at a couple of models, and I'm also looking at satellite imagery as well. And from what I can see, it should be a very, very fine day for your arrival. And what I can see regarding the actual cloud conditions there, I see some lower cumulus clouds that are basically coming in from the north, and then they sort of make a bend and start to go southeast. We've got upper level clouds are basically going west to east, and they have definitely got squalls in them, but they're to your south, so they are not going to be bothering you. I don't think that this frontal band is going to get up there that soon. In fact, I'm almost sure it's not. So my guess would be scattered cloud, probably not even any precipitation, but there's always a chance of that, I suppose. But light air, and you should have a very, very nice arrival coming through that pass. And make sure that you hang out a fishing line, because I don't know of any boat that has done this and has not caught a fish. Over.
Sounds good, David. Well, we've had a line out the whole time, and I've only caught one baby, so I will drag a line through there for sure, and we'll definitely let you know. And hopefully we won't be the first boat to let you know that we haven't got one over.
Indeed, and while you folk are listening, I will give you tides, which will be absolutely insignificant for getting in there tomorrow, but it will be of interest to when you look for lobsters. And tomorrow, Thursday, the 4th of July, the sun sets at 5:23, so you've got plenty of time to dribble your way through there. But low tide tomorrow at Minerva, which is a minus 0.1 metre. There's only about a metre difference, but that's quite significant. 11:37 a.m. So perfect for seeing where the reef is. 11:37 a.m. and high tide at 0.8 tomorrow is 5:28 p.m. So it's dark.
Yeah.
Now I'm just looking at Friday. Friday, the high tide is at 5:42 a.m. Low tide with the minus 0.1. High tide is 1 metre actually at 5:42 a.m. Low tide is at 12:24, so it couldn't be more perfect. And then low tide is at 0.8 metres at 6:15 p.m.
50 minutes by
50 minutes,
no.
yes. And July 6th, Saturday, 0, it's 12:23, low tide, 1 metre tide at 6:26 a.m. and then at 1:08 p.m. Another low at minus 0.1. So really, really good conditions for U-boats that are going to Minerva if you want to ravage the reef. Okay, all right, well what I might do then is let Fiji know that you will be, well, how long do you reckon? Oh no, I'll leave it until you tell me that you're all fixed and ready to go, but I will let them know that you are delayed. Over.
Yes, thank you for that, Patricia. I think we will be there for a few days at least, but is it okay if we will be on Gulf Harbour radio every night still? So can we chat about that in a couple of days over?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll just let them know that you are delayed and we'll be doing repairs in Minerva, and then we'll let them know more specifics when the time comes. Alrighty, no problem. So we'll clear with Alula and see what Rubicon is doing. I've noticed them doing a bit of tacking. Goodness, that's a bit tough, isn't it? Rubicon, Gulf Harbour.
Gulf Harbour, Rubicon, how copy?
Yeah, good copy, Elizabeth. Did you get all of that tied information over?
Roger that. Thanks very much, and thanks, Dave, for the call.
Okay, go ahead and let us know specifically where you are.
Roger that. Rubicon is at 2546 south, 17846 west. We're traveling at 5 knots. Of course, there's about 322. And let's see, the wind speed direction it's just dropped right now, and we're looking at about 10 knots, but it's been a good brisk 16 out of the north, real choppy waves out of the north as well, about a meter. And the clouds right now are about 50%. It's actually overall been a lovely day, just not the right direction.
Okay, but at least you did some sailing then and gained a little bit of progress there. 2546 south, 17846 west, on a course at the moment of 322, 5 knots, with the wind has dropped down from what it was 16 to about the 10, and a 1 metre, a bit of a confused swell, I suppose, like a lula, and 50% cloud cover. So you're looking at pretty much the same thing tomorrow, and well, we'll chat to you all in Minerva tomorrow by the look of it. Over.
Roger that. Thank you.
All right, we'll clear with Matt and Elizabeth and go to Narida, a little bit further back. Good evening, Jean.
Gulf Harbour Radio. Good evening from Narida. My position. Sorry, how copy over?
Yeah, good copy, and just a bit of information for you. A Sperari has just arrived back in North America, so they had a very good trip actually, from Hawaii. So they're getting back towards their own stamping ground. Over.
Sorry, I missed the boat name, over.
Sperari. That's Sergio and Joanne. Over.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, so go ahead with my position, which is I just crossed the date lines at 3 times. So I'm at 262651 south, 17957 west, on a course of about 4.4.5 knots, on a course of 0372. I'm motoring because I set off the engine. I've got 4 knots of wind from the northwest, and I make about 1.5 or 2 knots. So we're motor sailing. Wind, as I say, is 4 knots, 5 knots from the northwest, 4 knots from the northwest. Swell, the main swell is from the east-northeast at about 1.5 meters. 60% cloud cover, a lot of little fluffy sheet sails, whatever you call them, and a barometer of 1018. Steady, over.
Okay, we have Narida at 2651 south, 17957 west, on a course of 037, 4.5 knots motoring. Very light winds back there, 4 knots of northwest at the moment, and the main swell is an east-northeast, right where you want to go, 1.5 metres, 60% cloud cover, and 1018. So pretty peaceful, but a little bit frustrating, I guess, but is all well on board. Over.
Yeah, everything was fine on board. I went to top up my fuel tank, and I have a little fuel pump, and went to plug it into the 12 volt, and suddenly realised that I had to change the plug. We had a little bit of electrical repair to do before I could pump the fuel in, but now I've topped my tank up, so I know exactly how much I've got now. Over.
Yep, roger that. All right, well, once you all get to Minerva, we'll just wait for some decent weather to get further on. All right, good to talk to you, Jan, and we'll clear with you and see if we've got Carrera on frequency. No, Carrera has a lot of trouble when they are at sea, actually hearing, which is a problem. For those that are wondering where they are at, and it was about 40 minutes ago, the pass, 1732 south and 17710.6 west, and they are on a course of 255 degrees from Vavau to Savu at 6.9 knots. Plenty of wind up there. I know that will make you all feel a bit envious. The wind, if you believe the AIS, which gets GFS, is east-southeast 19. So that would be very enviable for you guys further south.
Well, I can tell you what the weather is.
Well, he's not able to hear us, so...
for other people's interest.
For other people's interest, okay.
Yeah, they're not the only boats out there. So yeah, Fiji has a strong wind warning in force for all Fiji waters. The whole thing, Lao all the way to the west. East to southeast winds are going to prevail 20 to 25 knots, and they probably are going to ease the day after tomorrow, and I would say 15 to 20, 15 to 20. And Fiji Met is calling off rough seas, and seas then becoming moderate to rough the day after. So yeah, a little bit of a differentiation between the seas there, rough to moderate to rough. Yeah, hard to say exactly what that is, but anyway, you get the idea. So yep, it's blowing quite a bit up there in Fiji. So all you yachts that are up there enjoying the Lao and elsewhere, the weather looks fairly decent from what I can see. Looking at the satellite imagery, from what I'm seeing right now, it's just scattered cumulus on the satellite imagery. Most of the clouds are actually flowing from the north to the south, or north-northwest to south-southeast. Not too many of them at all. All low cloud, all low cumulus. So nothing to worry about in terms of big build-ups and squalls and all that sort of thing. So you folks up there should enjoy everything. Here's the chief.
Okay, and I've just looked at North Minerva has cleared out a bit, if you believe that the AIS, but it could also mean that people have switched off their AIS, although Bastion has left, the Czech Republic boat. Cream Puff from Great Britain and Storm from New Zealand still have an AIS on at North Minerva, and they're sheltering on the northeast side there. For those following Sweet As, they are at 2553 south, 17846 east, on a course of 030 at 4.5 knots, with not much wind, as the other boats have described. Okay, is there... Oh, I think we'll better find out what Benno's up to if you're on. Bellina, Gulf Harbour.
Yeah, Gulf Harbour, this is Belena. Good evening.
Good evening, Benno, and I presume you heard about Sperari, that you would have probably heard quite a lot on Tony's Net, so they've had an interesting trip. In fact, it was quite funny when they arrived up there. It was in fog. They couldn't see more than about 80 metres, and they anchored in the area, and he sent a screenshot. This is in Vancouver, folks. He sent a screenshot of all the boats, ships actually, that were manoeuvring, just trying to work out what to do in the fog. And then not too far from them, a US nuclear submarine popped up, probably trying to work out what on earth was going on too. So anyway, they're back, or almost back home to Canada. Anyway, go ahead. That was by the by. Hope you two have had a pleasant day. Over.
Yeah, we left the reef and on the way to Newark. Our position is 1928, so 16838 west. Course is 2902 with a speed of 7 to 8 knots. Wind is east 20 knots, swell 2.5 meters. Cloud cover 30%. And 1018 on the bar and all well on board. Over.
There's something to be said for deciding on your destination based on the wind. Bellina going from Beveridge Reef to Niue, and they are currently at 1928 south, 16838 west, on a course of 290 true at 7.8 knots. They are a catamaran, east 20, lovely weather to go that direction. 2.5 metre swell, 30% cloud cover, 1018, and all is well. Well, it's not going to take you long to get there, is it? Over.
Say again?
It won't take you too long to get there, Benno. Over.
It's almost there.
So we have 75 miles to go, and we'll be there with the first flight probably over.
Yeah, roger that. I'm just going to have a look to see if there's anybody, because I'm not sure how many buoys they have there at Niue now, because they got a lot lost in the cyclones that they've had, and it's just a bit hard to tell what's going on at Niue at the moment. Let's have a look here. Yeah, there's one boat and that's all, and I think there's more than one buoy, so you should be lucky when you get there, Benno and Marlene, that there will be another one. But of course there could be boats there that don't have an AIS on, but at the moment it's looking okay. Over.
Thank you very much, Fish. We will report tomorrow. Have a nice evening. Over.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just taking a look at what's cooking there in Niue, and winds might be a little bit less tomorrow, maybe. Looks like about 10 to 15 out of the east to east-northeast, right in that area. And a good chance of scattered showers, especially around lunchtime. Mid-morning, looks like some showers. Noon, it looks just cloudy, partially cloudy. And then showers again around 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then towards martini time it looks pretty nice. Just before the sun goes down, it looks nice and sunny with a few scattered clouds. So we'll see if any of that is correct. Over.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I tell you what, you will see the boat that's there. It's a British boat, and it is 20 metres by 10 metres. So that will certainly be noticeable in the early morning light. That's a pity they don't have a picture on it. It's called Sowilo, Sowilo, Sowilo. So, boy, it is a very big boat. All right, but it's a recreational vessel, got the right colour, purple. So there you go. All right, thank you everybody. We'll just do one final call to see if there's anybody else wanting to say hello with anything. This is Gulf Harbour Radio listening.
Gulf Harbour Radio, Koh-i-Noor 2.
Oh, Koh-i-Noor 2. Haven't heard you for a while. Where are you? Over.
We're in South Harbour, and finally got this ready to going.
Well, I could certainly hear you. It just faded a bit at the end, which can sometimes indicate that the wiring needs to be upgraded a bit. But no, it was certainly clear, and actually that's quite surprising from Savu, which is a bit of a radio hole. So yeah, oh, that's good. So we'll be able to hear you on your next passage. What are your intentions? Over.
We're trying trying to get out to North Lao, and then later in the month heading towards Yatala Letter.
Oh, okay, so heading to the northern Lao. So yes, you wouldn't want to be going there at the moment with the winds as they are. So all right, well, let us know when the time comes, and we'll have a look at that. Okay, and well done on the radio. What? Oh, it was just disconnected or something, wasn't it?
It was a transmit channel problem, over.
Oh, okay. Well, it's certainly transmitting now, so that's good. All right. Well, you guys have fun, and we'll talk to you when you look as if the weather to the Lao is going to be appropriate. Okay. Was there anybody else? No, nothing heard. We'll love and leave you and be back again tomorrow, same time on July the 4th. Good day for David. Cheers, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio Clear. Have a good night.
Probably Saturday they could head to the low. Although, I might take that back. It looks like there's going to be a frontal band over
Well,
Fiji.
just as well I didn't say anything then, isn't it?
Interesting.